Hi everyone. So this week's Who Would Win comes from Blitzwolf. And I believe it was Blitzwolf. That was his name. If it is, I give you a shout out for that. If I got that wrong, I do apologize. But this is one of the ones that because I'm on a time frame this week because I'm just working a lot. I didn't have time to really write one out. But fortunately, I have both these characters on my Who. I've already done a Who Would Win with both these characters, so I have all their information written down. So I can just do this off the top of my head. And it's Kim Possible versus Danny Phantom. Now, right off the bat, you'd think that Danny Phantom kind of just beats Kim Possible because I mean, yeah, she's fought against individuals with powers like I can't remember her villain's name, but the green girl who has the energy projections, which could be likened to Danny's ectoblasts. But Danny has so many multiple abilities that I think it would just overwhelm Kim overall. So if it's just Kim on her own facing Danny on his own, yeah, I will give her this. I think she's the more skilled in terms of her craft. Like I think she's better at hand-to-hand combat than Danny, and more agile overall. So if I like base form Danny versus base form Kim, Kim's going to be his ass. If it's base form Kim versus ghost form Danny, then which we're obviously doing ghost Danny, then yeah, Danny's going to win more likely. But here's how I honestly see the scenario. First off, let's go over their abilities. Kim, she's driven. She doesn't like being one up. She's skilled. She's acrobatic. She's got some hand-to-hand skills. She's strong for her build. And with Danny, to go over a basis of what he can do. In ghost form, he is highly durable. He's highly strong. He can lift a couple tons at least. He has ecto energy. I'm sorry about middle finger. Ecto energy, which can create blast, concussive force, force fields, things along those lines. He can fly at least a minimum of 112 miles an hour, probably faster given the end of the series. He's capable of little shots of ectoblasts. He's capable of overshadowing people, possessing them. He's capable of invisibility, intangibility, duplicating himself. He's capable of cryokinesis, creating ice. He has a super whale ability, a hyper whale. Is there anything else I'm missing right off the top of my head? Probably, but those are big rundown of his abilities. But he lacks any formal real training or skill. But overall, I mean, he's still strong for what it's worth. He can hold his own in the fight pretty well. But let's paint the picture in a scenario where Kim actually, stands a feasible chance. Let's say she's hired for, like Kim Possible, she's hired for stuff by the men in white, the men in black of the universe who hunt ghosts, not aliens. Or manage ghosts, not aliens. Here comes the men in white. And, they give her a white suit. And here's your standard issue men in white, or woman in white if you were a white suit. I'm good, thanks. So let's say she's been given some gadgets by the men in white to help her take on Danny Phantom. Let's make this a bit more interesting. Now, I could look up. In fact, give me a second. Let me while I'm talking, let me look up the men in white. Should have honestly had this up beforehand, but the men in white. Let's see here now. Will it come up? I want to see if it actually comes up like the men in white. Why don't I just put Danny Phantom with that too? Danny, Phantom. There we go. The guys in white. Sorry, that was it. The guys in white. All right, the guys in white. Danny. Now this is going to be a little touch and go because not touch and go, but a little hard to pin them down because they actually do have equipment that works. While they also did stuff like a drill that was just kind of crap and didn't do anything. So apparently it should be known that they're among the three most technologically advanced factions in the show. Their equipment surpasses that of the Fentons and possibly Vlad. So basically, despite the fact they're kind of incompetent at points, they still have invisibility suit, which we're going to give. This is an armor that can give them the same primary abilities of a ghost, flying, invisibility, intangibility, and protects them from damage. Portable ghost shield, so that can be useful. Ecto weapons, which can hurt and possibly even kill. Anti-ghost rays. Hidden weapons, like spies, so ghost weapons look like appliances until activated. For example, a pen, cufflink saws, white fang tracking device. Tracking device lets them basically follow Danny across the country. And they also have transportation, things along those lines. So let's give Kim Possible her invisibility suit, her portable ghost shield, and ecto weapons. Let's give them that, and plus tracking device to find Danny. Now, in this scenario, I liken her to someone like Valerie, who has her own suit, who's um, no surfboard, all the technology, so forth and so on. So give Kim these weaponries, and how does the fight go down? Well, she's hired by the men in white, track down Danny, and I'm gonna paint a little. I'm gonna just throw a little what if. Let's say she and Ron are no longer together or have never been together. Anyway, he's like, yeah, where's he going with that? It's like, I think you know where I'm going with this. But one way or the other, whoever wins, I think you know where I'm going with this. Let's shift the pairing. Uh, anyway, so let's say she finds Danny. He's flying, doing his thing, fights some ghosts. She's looking and is like, what is this? What is this guy? It's like, okay, freeze. Kim Possible's the name. And doing the impossible is my game. It's like, and Danny's just like, good for you. And she's just like, yeah, so I'm gonna leave. It's like, yeah, I can't let you do that. See, these guys in white. There's like, the guys in white. You work for them. It's like, well, freelance mostly. And it's like, look, I don't want anything to do with you, ladies. So just go home, or you won't get hurt. It's like, oh yeah, one of us is gonna get hurt. And then she pulls out and say, yeah, let's maybe just do this the easy way. And then she blasts and Danny gets out of the way. It's like, whoa, okay, you asked for it, and then just blasts her with maybe just an ecto blast, but she's got her proto. She's like, oh, she's like, she's got a shield too. The guys in white must have gave her some equipment. It's like, oh yeah, they gave me more than that. And then she just goes into her suit. She's got her Kim Possible's guys in white suit, which I would guess would look something similar to Valerie's suit, except in white. So I was like, oh crap. It's like, oh, or Nut Bunnies or whatever a PG kids show would say. It's like, just great. And then she goes flying, just boom, starts knocking him around. He's blasted energy, maybe divides into a couple of forms, try to take her on. But overall, skill-wise, he can't really match up to Kim. Even in just base form, she would be able to go toe-to-toe with Danny skill-wise. She has skill over him, no doubt. But that's where Danny's abilities would come into play. If she didn't have her suit, she would be at a disadvantage overall, but she'd have advantage in skill. But in terms of hand-to-hand combat, Danny's getting thrown. It's like, boom. She's about to throw a kick. He goes intangible. What? And it's like, huh? It's like, yeah. And then just sonic wails just. And then she just gets flying back. It's like, whoa! Her circuits are a little fried, so she can't do everything. Let's say intangibility is out of the question at this point. So, but she can still fly and go invisible. So she blinks out of existence. Like, where'd she go? It's like, right here. He goes going through a wall, but phases through. It's like, I got you now. It's like, wait, where'd you go? And then you just hear Danny say, you're not the only one who's got that trick. So Danny then tries to overshadow her. Oh, sorry, puppy. I scraped. I didn't actually hit her. I kind of scraped her head. Sorry, puppy. So now it's just like, and she tries to overshadow her. I don't see her as someone who could be easily overshadowed. Now, I say that because she's very much, I think the term is she's an A-type personality, and I don't think she could easily be overshadowed. I think I could, but I think she's going to resist. Between the armor and everything else, I don't think she's going to be able to overshadow her very long. So then she gets out next time, blasts him, he gets hit. It's like, oh, that sucked. And it's like, all right, now, so basically, I think overall skill-wise, she's gonna beat Danny pretty well. But at the last minute, because Danny's so versatile in his abilities, he's gonna basically just disappear in the ground. It's like, okay, I got you. He's here. She can track him, but then he's gonna come out of the ground, maybe intangibility. And it's like, but also not only just kind of stick her in the ground, but also freeze her in there with his cryokinesis to the point where he's gonna just freeze the circuits. The circuits kind of break off. It's like, darn it! No. It's like she's kind of stuck as it's like, so basically, I think Danny's gonna win this overall. But that said, I can see a very plausible scenario where Kim Possible takes this, especially if she's got the equipment to take on Danny. If she has the equipment to take on Danny, I can see a very likely scenario where she's the one that comes out on top, just because she's the more overall skilled individual when it comes to doing missions and stuff like that. Danny's skilled in ghost fighting. She's not very skilled in people fighting. And just overall hand-to-hand combat in general. He's usually relies on his ghost abilities to take on other ghosts, not actually going fisticuffs with someone. So if I were to say who I think wins the majority, I think it is going to be Danny because of the versatility behind him, and just how many the array of abilities actually has, and how much he can counteract a couple of the effects that like he could probably eventually short out the suits of the guys in white with like a sonic whale, or freeze them with his cryokinesis, which would eventually, take the stuff off. But I can see a very likely scenario where Kim wins. Kim, blasts him enough to either kill him, which I don't think that would happen. Because from what we can gather in the series, Danny Phantom, well, it's possible to molecule by molecule, as Vlad put it at one point. While it's possible to maybe deconstruct Ghost and maybe destroy it, it takes a lot to do so, particularly with a Ghost Human hybrid. But that being said, I can see Danny winning this only about 60% of the time, whereas Kim, I think, will take it 40% of the time overall, and Danny only gets the edge in that 60 or for that 10% or 11%, depending how you look at it, where because of just a bit more diversification, and also having experience fighting individuals like Kim, because he does have experience fighting individuals similar to Kim. Valerie would be a very good example of that. The Men in White would be another good example. So you give Kim Possible, the guys in whites, I keep saying Men in White, the guys in white's equipment, you're pretty much making a guys in white's version of Valerie. So overall, I think I gotta give it to Danny because he's had experience with both the guys in white and Valerie. So granted, Kim's a lot more skilled, I think, than Valerie. So I definitely would give him a run for his money. I think could definitely pull out a win, but I still got to give it 60-40 in favor of Danny Phantom. But anyway, let me know what you think. Put in the comments below. Let me know if you have ideas for who would win: Star Wars, superhero videos, magic, the whole shebang. Let me know. Put in the comments below. Also, PAX East is this weekend. I was unaware of that, and now I am. So I will be keeping an eye out for magic stuff. If magic stuff happens during the day for PAX East, or just during the weekend, I will definitely talk about it because I want to talk some Amonkhet. I'm looking forward to Amonkhet. And tomorrow will be Kong Skull Island. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hearing mixed things, but the stuff that you want to hear, like Kong is in there and he's awesome, that I'm hearing that, and that's good. So yeah. Well, it sounds like my sister just pulled in, so it's grand finishing up. Also, I might do a video tomorrow before I leave for work about the Thor photos, but not really. I don't have to. Thor's got a haircut. He looks cool. He's holding swords. But it does mean that we might get a trailer soon. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a good